No, fellow Protoss players. I am Foggy Fishburne, and I'm just gonna give you a quick tutorial on the extremely potent and powerful Korean 4-gate build. It's an all-in tactic that is primarily designed to inflict heavy early pressure and cripple your economy. Some would say that it's an all-in build that basically cripples you into the mid game, but some say that depending on how much pressure you put, how much damage you inflict, and how much you invest into the 4-gate, you can transition out of it and continue into the mid game. Now I am spawning as the red Protoss at the 3 o'clock ish position, and I am facing a blue Protoss at the 9 o'clock ish position, 8 o'clock. And you get a relatively standard pylon at 9 or 10. Then you should be getting your gateway at around 10. But this is just, he is not following the Korean 4-gate exactly as it should be done, but more going for a little more econ heavy Korean 4-gate, which is okay. It works as well, as this video is going to demonstrate. And he's supposed to get his gas at 12, but he instead chooses to get it at around 14. And what you want to do then, as the blue Protoss, is you get two or three probes into the assimilator as soon as it warps in, and you start getting gas until you reach 50. Then you pull all your probes out and start mining the minerals again. So at around 15, you should be throwing down. So as you see, he's a little delayed in his build. You should be throwing down at 15 the the cybernetics core, so that he can start researching the warp gate technology as soon as he can. Now he's even chrono boosting his zealot out, which probably means that he is wary. He doesn't want me to figure out what build he's going for. But I was already planning for doing a tutorial for the Korean 4-gate, so just imagine my shock when I actually faced a Protoss player who did the Korean 4-gate. Now his cybernetics core is going down. He should be researching warp gates around now and pulling off his probes, and there goes the warp gate technology. At the same time, he has warped in a proxy pylon and is continuing to warp in an additional 3 gateways. Now I've scouted this, and I was suspecting a Korean 4-gate, but I was in denial. I just could not believe it. Now typically the counter for the Protoss 4-gate, the Protoss Korean 4-gate rather, is if you gas, you lose. So me going for this heavy gas this early on, this was basically already GG. I could have gotten a sentry out though, and perhaps force fielded the ramp and just try to hold as long as I could, as long as I can. But it didn't exactly work out my way. Basically, the principle of the Korean 4-gate is you have to, since it's an all-in build, you have to inflict damage early on, and you have to put on the pressure. Now I am moving out to take out these 2 proxy pylons. My pylon here can see them, so I'm moving my soldiers, my trustworthy zealots and stalkers, to take them out. But at the same time, his zealots from the proxy gateways are moving in to start inflicting damage on me. This stalker is gonna come out and just gonna run past them. A little failed management on my part. And this is what this build is notorious for: warping in pylons inside your opponent's base. When they warp in, when they're finished warping in, you can just start warping in units at random. As soon as the warp gates their cooldowns are done, just warp in zealots. Just keep warping them in. and I have basically not enough to thwart this, and I'm even asking him, is this the Korean 4 gate? This his gateway, his build order wasn't exactly as the Korean 4 gate should have been, but it's the closest thing. He just went for a little more macro heavy Korean 4 gate, and he beat me anyways. So it's an extremely potent and extremely powerful build that is designed to end the game very early. And unless you scout it out, which I did, it's not hard to scout out at all, and I fly out of the game, you should be able to thwart it. Just don't fall for the same trap I did. I saw the gas, I saw the cyber, I just suspected that something wasn't right. They were just too early. They were just too early. So if you face the Korean warp gate in the laddering, hopefully you'll know what to do. And I'll probably upload how to counter the Korean 4 gate soon.